Well, it's been, let's say, interesting.
Oh yes, this little little bit of work here.
What a couple of days. As everyone knows, it's been following along. I've been working on the turntable, and my goal was to build the bridge now.
Oh boy.
That goes across the turntable here, and it's kind of a critical piece. And so I was going to cut it out on the table saw.
Right.
There's one problem with that, and that's that this isn't much of a table saw.
It's kind of a lightweight deal.
It works really well for cutting out strips for building tunnel portals and stuff, but for something like this, it's just, well, it's out of its element.
Yeah, it looks like the first time I ever tried to saw something with the hand saw.
It's really hard to keep the plywood up against the fence, but the motor can't quite seem to cut through the 3/4 inch furniture grade plywood. The motor is overheating and stalling, and, well, it's a disaster.
Yeah, a little bit.
So this is useless. But our friend Steve has a real live, honest-to-goodness table saw down in his basement. And moreover, he was going to machine the parts for the mechanism. So we're going to have him build the entire bridge. It'll work out better. But in the meantime, our friend Greg sent this picture.
How about that?
I'm going, what a blast from the past. This is 1993. This is me with the gigantic Sony M3A camera that I used to use. And we're filming near Moab. And this was that movie that was out, Geronimo.
Oh, my.
And they put together this train for that movie, and it's mostly just for the end credits. And the end credits roll over this train rolling along out near Moab. And we heard they were going to be doing that, so we just headed out there to see. This is a locomotive. This is Great Western Sugar Company number 75.
Cool.
There's a really fascinating story here. We will digress for a second. The guy that had this engine, and he was out there running it for this movie Geronimo, had been hired by one of the movie studios to be the locomotive engineer to drive this locomotive for the movie Cat Ballou.
Ah.
And they bought the locomotive and they hired him to run it. At the end of filming, they said, well, now we have no idea what to do with the engine and it's nothing but a liability to us. Do you want it? And he said, sure. And so they gave him the locomotive, and then he had to move it back to Denver, I believe. At any rate, he told all the studios, hey, I have a locomotive, will travel. And went into the business of being a movie locomotive with engineer. And so when they were doing Geronimo, they just hired him and rented the locomotive and moved the whole darn thing out to Moab, actually Crescent Junction near Moab. And then from there they shot the movie up there. Back in the late 80s and all through the 90s, I was running around with these giant video cameras, these broadcast cameras, news gathering cameras, filming trains and making Madame Wu videos. And I've got all this footage, a lot of this footage I've never done anything with.
Wow, look at that.
And I should get back to publishing more of this stuff. I haven't even digitized it. It's still just sitting on tape.
Oh, wow.
And before the tape dissolves, I need to get back to this stuff and get it all transferred over to digital. At any rate, I've got just all this fun footage. This is Eureka and Palisades number 4.
Oh, wow. Look, there's snow on the ground.
Isn't that cool? This was in late fall for the film The West. It was Steve Ives with Ken Burns producing it. And they hired Dan's engine, Eureka and Palisades number 4, and so I tagged along and got all this amazing footage.
That is so cool.
Was great. And again, I've never done anything with this footage.
Wow.
Here it is.
Nice.
But I need to get the rest of it digitized and just put it on the channel if nothing else. But I used to get the biggest kick out of just running around with these trains. And when Greg sent that photograph, it was like, yeah, blast from the past.
Lots of memories.
Well, now that we're done clomping down memory lane, while Steve's working on the turntable bridge, I thought this is a great opportunity for me to get on with another part of the project that we've been talking about for quite some time. And that's an extension on the railroad in the kitchen that's for your shoe shop.
Right, that's another clomp down memory lane for me.
Yeah, that was a model of an actual structure.
Right, my grandpa's shoe shop. He was a shoe repairman all of his life. Yeah, I built this model about 3 years ago when I first got the idea to try modeling my past life in 3D. But this was my grandpa's, the last shoe shop that he had, and it sat just on their property down from their house. And he kept very busy repairing shoes for the people in town.
Yeah, and you scratch built this guy.
The whole thing, yes.
Including the full interior. It's got
Yes.
all of his equipment.
Yes.
We did a video on it, and here's a link to that.
Right.
But the interior turned out so great. The whole thing turned out wonderful.
Oh, it's wonderful. And then the kitty cats outside. My grandma was a kind soul, and there was never an animal around she didn't take it into her care. And so some people just dump cats off at her house, but they were around, and she always gave them lots of love and care, and they'd watch my grandpa work in the shoe shop.
Well, I wanted this to have a very prominent place on the railroad, and we were going to put it over by the engine shop, but that's just filled in with everything else.
Oh, right.
And so I got this idea to put an extension here in the kitchen so that it has its own little area where it can be all by itself.
I think it'll work fine.
And I know you're going to dress that area up and make it special.
Oh, let's have fun with it.
And Steve has started work on the turntable bridge. He's done all the machine work for the metal parts, and I think today he's cutting out the wood.
Wow.
And so probably later today, if not tomorrow, we should have a turntable bridge and we can get back to the turntable.
Nice.
And I can work on the turntable and you can work on your shoe shop.
Yes.
And possibly at various moments in time when it's snowing or something, I can digitize some more videos.
Right. That's what winter's for.
You like that? Got the bobcat, please.
Anyway, I hope you're going to want to follow along with all this fun and frivolity. And so if you're not a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, and it doesn't cost pain or agony. And it's a very, very, very simple thing to do. All you have to do is click on the upcoming blue button. Zoink! Right there, the blue button. Well, we're not sure how you found this video on the internet. We hope you didn't find it boring, and we will see you here on Sunday. We'll see you.
We'll see ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.